Welcome. In front of me I have the AMAZFIT T-Rex Ultra 2, and I'll be going over unboxing along with a quick look at this device. Okay, so let's just get straight into this. We have this little pull tab right here. Not the best kind of design for a box. I like to usually open it up without needing to rip it apart, but it is what it is. The packaging right here is actually pretty nice. Okay, so this is just hard, little thicker part. So we have a little bit of a picture right here. Obviously outdoorsy watch, so they're kind of advertising it with this design. And there's an embedded kind of watch shape right here. Kind of hard to showcase this. You can just barely see it. Anyway, let's move on to the box and what's inside. Train, recover, evolve. Okay. That is a freaking chonkers, holy hell. Wow. This thing is enormous. That's what she said. Anyway, and here we have some manuals. Let's be honest, no one gives two shits about this one. And then we got the puck for charging it. Though this is just a puck, you need to have your own charger and a cable. Apparently we're even skimping out on cable now. Alright, there should also be... There we go. Looking for this. Okay, another design where I need to just kind of break it apart to get into it. Hate that design. Oh goodness, come on. Who freaking came up with this? Jesus, hate this. Oh, there's also cardboard here as well. Again, another ripping part. Oh, at least I can take that off. Okay, there we go. Now even the strap is freaking huge. Holy hell. It's a little bit stretchy too. But more than I would expect any kind of strap to be. It is using the normal little brackets right here, the telescopes. Let's put it up if I can know which button that is. If I don't know, I'm just gonna press all of them. One of them is bound to turn it on, hopefully. Come on. Oh, there we go. Wow, this thing is freaking huge. Holy shit. Let's wait for it to boot up. Okay, so that it's on, we can just kind of see this. Display is freaking massive right here. The watch itself is massive. So the watch itself is a 40. It's not 40, nowhere near. It's 51 millimeters in size. Now, just to put that in perspective, this watch is a 45 millimeter. This watch itself just basically covers only the glass portion right here, not even the bezel itself. So that is a 45. This is a 51. And just to kind of give you, I think the most kind of common watch size is about 40 millimeters, at least when it comes down to normal watches. So here's a 40 millimeters, by the way. it's like non-existent. This entire body is just fitting where the display is. So this thing is absolutely enormous. You will need to have a wrist for that one. Like this will look comical on this wrist. This is like a 5.5, 6-inch wrist. So yeah, I don't have the biggest wrists in the world. Hell, I don't even have like average wrist size, to be probably honest. So I do want to put that on and see how comical this will look like, because that's kind of probably what this will be, just comedy. So you put that on there. Let's strap it in for the better effect. Like, oh yeah, there we go. Now I'm pretty sure I could put that on my ankle and this would still be probably big. There we go. Yeah, there. Oh, that's it. That is it. Oh, completely normal size for my wrist right here. Just, you know, it's like I feel like I just strapped a clock to my wrist. Anyway, so obviously a very substantial size right here. Let me just quickly scroll down to specifications on the official website, so we can actually find them. So let's start off with the display right here. This is a AMOLED display. Surprisingly, this is only 1.5 inches in size display, which is also about the same size as this watch here. So this has 1.46 inches in screen size. This is 1.5. So this one is just a titsy bit smaller. It's very minuscule difference. But the bezels right here, the stainless steel casing and the bezels of the display are very minimal. So obviously, because of that, you have just a bit more compact watch by like, what is it, like 1/2 inch basically. So here, this one is massive, though the display isn't that huge compared to the body size. But to be fair, looking at it, it doesn't seem like it has a small display. I would wager that looking at something like the 1.46 inch that I have right here from the Oppo, it feels like this device and display is bigger than what I have right here, primarily just because the entire package of the watch is just humongous. So it does give you kind of like this illusion, but on paper, this is only 1.5 inches. It has a 3000 nits of brightness, 480 by 480 pixel resolution display with a 322 pixels per inch, covered with a sapphire glass for the amazing durability, meaning that you can probably easily just scrape this over a concrete wall, at least the glass portion, and you won't even see any kind of scratches. I've had Samsung Galaxy Watch, I think it was 6 or 7, the last circle one, before they made a squircle, and that came with a sapphire glass, and I scraped that over like rock hard surfaces multiple times throughout, and this screen right there is still pristine condition. The casing is not, but the display, flawless. So sapphire glass right here, super nice. It's going to add to durability, so you don't really need to protect it that much. I've seen people put on tempered glasses on watches that would have sapphire. You don't really need to. The glass itself is so hard that you won't really gain much from it. Anyway, let's move on to the battery right here. And because the size here is substantial, we also have a substantial battery at 870 milliamps. That is an enormous battery. So apparently, the AMAZFIT is rating this battery life for about 30 days. With an intensive usage, about 15 days. With always on display, 10 days. With GPS, for accurate GPS like tracking, we're looking only at, I'm saying only, this is still like more than most smartwatches can do just in general, while not doing really anything else other than showing you time and counting your heart rate now and then. But this gets 50 hours of battery life with continuous GPS usage. Now we also have a power saving GPS mode. So like I presume it's just kind of less accurate GPS tracking. And instead of 50, you get 90 hours with that one. Now, if you want to use something like a power saving mode for this device to try to preserve as much battery life and run GPS still, you're looking at about 177 hours of battery life. Training mode, normal training, I guess, is 44 hours. Running 30 hours, which I assume this is most likely also going to be using GPS. That's why these are decreasing constantly. You also have low temperature mode with the GPS on, 40 hours, GPS off. Huh? That's odd. So, oh, sorry. Okay, never mind. That's not odd. So, low temperature with the GPS on, 40 hours. Same thing, but GPS off, 31 or 32 days. For some reason, I was looking at it as hours, so I got confused that it's lower with the GPS off. But no, it's just much, much better. It wasn't days instead of hours. In terms of sensors, we have motion one. Wait, let me just try to get this in English. Maybe probably gonna help me out with actually getting through this. Oh great, this doesn't have English option. Please. Okay, never mind, I'm not gonna be getting this in English. So we have a biometric sensor, BioTracker 6.0 PPG. We have accelerometer, a gyroscope, geomagnetic sensor, altitude barometer, and light sensor and temperature sensor. So these are all like more usable, obviously, for outdoorsy kind of purposes. We have six position satellite tracking, GPS antenna, Wi-Fi 2.4 gigahertz, Bluetooth 5.2, and anything else here? There's about 187 sport modes right here for people that want to experience any kind of sports. Definitely not going to be going over all of those. It's 187 of them. It's a little bit too much. And that's about everything that is worth mentioning right here. Now, one last thing that I do want to talk about is the OS right here. So this is not running, obviously, Android OS. If it was, the battery life wouldn't be nearly as good. But for outdoors purposes and tracking, obviously you don't need Android for that. You just need a reliable device, which this should obviously be. I mean, for God's sakes, this device can last for literally a month. I mean, 30 days of operational time. So that is pretty insane. So for that purposes, this is a great outdoors watch. If you have the wrist or an ankle to put it on, or maybe you can put it like around your bicep. That probably would be more fitting for me. So it's a fantastic one. It has a lot of different ways to track you accurately, and in terms of fitness also offers a lot of different features. So yeah, in general, it's a pretty extensive watch for outdoors purposes, and the watch itself comes at a, I would say, hefty price, considering it's about 2,400 PLN, and that is, let's quickly do a double check. Oops. PLN to USD. So that is $670 at a current exchange rate. Now, I'm kind of curious, compared to some other watches. So, for instance, something like a smartwatch running Android from a OnePlus. You have the OnePlus, OnePlus Watch 3. This is one of their like better offerings that they have, with also a good battery. Nowhere near this though. We're not even coming close to this. And that device costs about $250 US. So there are obviously much more affordable options if you're looking just for a kind of general watch that will allow you to do something. But if you're looking for a purpose-built device that is rugged, has freaking fantastic battery life, and just a rich feature set, then honestly this is probably very good. I mean, it has satellite tracking and GPS tracking, so let's be honest. It does have pretty stacked kind of feature set in terms of outdoorsy purposes. And if you're worried that you might get lost, this watch will probably find you. While other watches obviously won't have these kind of feature set. Android watches that are more general usage will not have these kind of features. So if you are the outdoorsy type, you camp, you just hike, stuff like that, this honestly could be a great watch. And hell, possibly could even maybe save your life. So anyway, with that being said, I hope you found this video helpful. And if you did, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.